My name is Nassime Saps.
Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it has, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see.
Hello, folks. Today I want to talk about a couple different people. Been wanting to bring this one up for a long time because they're always blabbering about her on television, magazine shows. If you listen to that stuff in the background while you're doing work, you can catch their garble half the time. It's ridiculous, but what they always like to rag on is Meg Ryan. And they'll talk about all the horrible plastic surgeries she's had. You can see them. Meg Ryan in recent years. This isn't the real Meg Ryan, folks. They can talk about bad plastic surgery jobs all they want to, but it's not the real Meg Ryan. I'm going to show you something here in a second. I'll show it to you now. Look at this. 1997 Meg Ryan. 2014 Meg Ryan. No. She was switched. She was replaced. Look at this. Look at the slit eyes, folks. And she's starting to get that tube thing going in the neck. They've got this, I don't know what it is, some kind of tube that leads down to the chest. But that's her in 1997. And typically when you sign the dotted line for fame and fortune, it allows Lucifer and the Illuminati, because he owns all them, they all just work for him, to take over your soul. And so that's what they do. They put a lizard in you, or a serpent, and I have all that revealed on my video on soul scalping, how they do it and what they do, and they take over the human body. Now I don't know if it doesn't last. Maybe it only lasts for a couple years with the lizard living inside of a human, because they end up switching them out. They end up going to the fakes like this, replacements, the lookalikes. Wanted to point it out. See that? See the slit eyes? Can you see it better? I'll try to zoom in. But that was Meg Ryan. That was the real. They took over her, and then once they take over you, you end up being replaced with something like this. Let me show you something, because she's what I'm always harping about, trying to teach you guys. Look at the necks. Something the Father told me, the Most High, when I was talking to him about all this. He told me, because I'm always looking at their eyes, he's like, look at the necks. See this? There's like a huge indent. Everybody has it in Hollywood. Singers have it, celebrities have it. And this is, see the ridges? The bone that goes across here. It stops right here, and there's like a deep hole, and then it picks up again on this side and goes this way, this bone. It's really strange. And then notice how the shoulders rise up in the back. It's almost like the head just plants down, the neck and head planted down, and all this raises up. There was a picture of a reptilian I was gonna show you. Maybe I'll find it and throw it in here at the end of the video. And it's part of the structure of the beings that possess these people. See this? See the ridges coming down her neck? That's not human, folks. And they got this big bulge in the center. In my book, Interview with the Devil, I asked Lucifer about it, and he said that's the telltale way to tell androids, clones, synthetics, robotoids. Is the necks. That's typical characteristic of the androids, synthetics, and clones.
Another golden summer night, and you make some history with this one, Summer. You become the first Canadian woman ever to win 2 Olympic golds in swimming. Describe the moment.
Pretty unreal. I mean, Turner Fly, I would say, is one of my favorite races, and it has been since growing up as a little kid. In that last 50, I was just trying to feed off the crowd as much as possible. I knew it was going to be a fight to the wall, but having that adrenaline to do a few more underwater dolphin gigs than I usually do like 1. I think I did like 2 or 3 there. So, and just knowing my family's in the stands, I just wanted to make them as proud, and I knew that gold was definitely a possibility tonight, but to finally get that done is pretty awesome.
And really quick, because you have the relays coming up, but this one's for Mom, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. The fact that my mom did this event at the Olympics all the way back in 1984, and for me to be doing it now, I know she's unbelievably proud of me. And to share this moment with her, after I touched the wall, I looked for her and the rest of my family. And to see my sister and my dad there as well is very special.
Congratulations, Summer.
Thank you.
Australian won, Alex Shackel from the U.S., then Zhang Yufei, then Summer McIntosh, then Regan Smith. Deckers in 6. Helena Rosendahl-Bach from Denmark is in 7. And Laura Stevens from Great Britain is in lane number 8. Canada has never won any color Olympic medal in this event, the women's 200-meter butterfly.
Take your marks.
And we are underway in the final of the women's 200 fly. Summer McIntosh is in lane number 4, and she comes up and starts to do her thing. She's a little bit behind Zhang Yufei and a little bit behind Regan Smith, but here she comes.
Zhang Yufei has gone out very fast in both the preliminaries and the semifinals and had a little bit of trouble on the last 50, so we'll see exactly how this plays out. I would expect Zhang Yufei to go out first, and that's exactly what's happening now. Summer's known better for the back half of her race. I think she'll let these athletes go, and then she'll try to reel them in.
Summer McIntosh is under her own personal best in that first split time.
Zhang Yufei is going to try to put the pedal to the metal here and leave Summer in her dust. Zhang Yufei's best time is only about a second faster when she won that gold medal. Question is she going to fade? Because right now, all of a sudden, Zhang Yufei is even starting to have a little bit of trouble. In third spot is the American, Regan Smith. And Regan Smith has a trouble sometimes coming home on the last length as well in an international field.
Summer McIntosh right dead even now with Zhang Yufei, and Regan Smith is pretty much even with McIntosh.
A 3-woman race at this point. I think the Australian is back in 4th spot in the yellow cap. You can see off to the right of the crew. Will probably make a move on the last 50. Might even be able to get the American as she fades a bit. But it will be Zhang Yufei now starting to fade. Summer is starting to put the move on. I figure will probably happen. Looking in total control of the race is Summer McIntosh.
She is well under her own personal best time, which is the World Junior record and the Canadian record. Summer McIntosh, is she going to get a challenge? Right now she's got the lead.
Trying to make a push is Regan Smith. She's trying to get back at her. Does she have enough? Summer McIntosh, I believe, can hold her off. Zhang Yufei fading to 3rd.
Summer McIntosh has got a half a body length lead, maybe more. Here she comes. Her Canadian record is 2:04. It's going to be big. It's a new Canadian record. It's a new Olympic record for Summer McIntosh, and it's another gold medal for the 17-year-old from Toronto. 2:03.03, Summer McIntosh.
See this? See the ridges coming down her neck? That's not human, folks. And they got this big bulge in the center. In my book, Interview with the Devil, I asked Lucifer about it, and he said that's the telltale way to tell androids, clones, synthetics, robotoids. is the next. That's typical characteristic of the androids, synthetics, and clones.
Olympic record time in the same event her mother competed in the Olympic Games. So maybe she heard her in her head one way or another, but it's a gold medal. First Canadian to win 2 gold medals in swimming at one Olympic Games since Alex Bauman did it in 1984. 4 decades, and only the third ever.